Feel gravity. What does that mean to you? Sense the way the earth is pulling us. And then let that shift so you can experience it as being held. The more power of love I surrender to, the more I have to see things I don't like in and around me. It's worth it. When we shine light through these sessions, it is a lightning. And by sharing it with each other and recording it, we expose and we will receive the help we need. It's worth it. And you don't have to go. You can trust that someone will, and often someone who is able to be witnessed can hold things for many. Those we see may hold more than the rest of you because they're strong enough to be so vulnerable. So never be too quick to judge what you think you see when someone goes through deep emotions, because they might be letting go of something for you.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Andrew. How are you?
Feels like I've been in a state of limbo for a good while, but always with my direction that I know will be good for me.
How much Libra do you have in your chart, Andrew?
It's my Venus.
And Venus is in retrograde right now.
Yeah.
So Libra's not going to save you from this one right now, okay? You can't
All right.
you can't both and this one.
Both and.
You can't say, well, I'm suffering, but I'm also doing the da da da. You like, let's be with this for what it is.
Okay.
You've been much worse, right?
Yeah.
You've gotten to a better place, right?
Yeah.
Are you afraid to let go of this place, even though it kind of sucks?
Yeah, that's what my actions tell me.
Right.
I stay with it though.
All right. Look, when we leave this compromise, when we leave what was a safer, better place than hell, it's really scary because it brings back all the worst memories. You've wanted to believe it was over, right? Like it's done.
Yeah.
So then it comes back to the surface and
Yeah.
you could cry, you could scream. You know that. I'm not asking you to, but you know that.
I do. And
Because you
I
got this
haven't.
on your throat, man. This is
Yeah.
on your throat.
Yeah.
What's that from? Why?
That's me stopping my smoking habits. I stopped for 2 months and I stopped again recently. And I'm gonna keep that up. Um, Whenever I come back, I feel like I just suck in all the energy around me and I try to process it
Yeah.
here.
So Gaia gives us these things. It's not the same as medicine in the pharmaceutical sense. This substance, particularly cannabis and tobacco, both, they play very unique roles. And they're not going to make everything okay. They'll help you out of the worst, and then they'll bring you out of the best.
Mm.
So they help you out of the worst, but then you got to let it go to get into the best. And you have to navigate that. And you can't say, oh, this is the devil's cabbage, I'm going to flush it down the toilet. No, you have to say, thank you. I'm ready to go deeper now.
Right.
And it's okay if you aren't.
Yeah.
You've left some people behind, yeah?
Plenty.
Yeah, it's still really heavy on your heart, man.
It's a lot of it was not by choice.
Yeah.
Um, just grew out of people, and it sounded like they grew out of me.
Okay. There's something stuck there that's Your mind is holding at bay.
Yeah.
Can you breathe with your heart? Breathe with your heart. Only talk words that you can still feel your heart.
It's all my fear.
No, stay with it. Stay with it. I see you shaking in a corner as someone you were trying to love pummeled you with rage. You can't heal that for them. You didn't fail. You just found your limit.
Hmm.
Stay with your heart here, all right? I'm going to introduce you to a very simple thing.
Okay.
Life's always going to show you your limit. Always. You want to be the sun? There's a bigger sun. You were just finding your limit. There's no shame in that. You didn't do that to her, but you did trigger it. And you were not going to be able to outlove that pain in that way.
Hmm.
You need to not be sexually attuned with that anymore. It's not good for you. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Polyamory is not going to make that work. It's about tuning.
Mm.
There's a certain base desire in people who've been deeply wounded to re-experience their wounding in a safer way. You were the safer way, right?
Yeah.
We love you, man. Come out of that, okay? Please.
I will. I'm more and more and more and more aware of it.
Okay, but you need to care about yourself more. Like compassion for yourself. I'm right, correct? You were huddled, getting screamed at.
Yeah. Not physically. Oh, you're talking about one moment in particular.
Stay
Yeah,
with
I
it.
was. Yeah.
Stay with it.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. You know what the person who did that to her did? He hit her. You didn't. Get it? Who's the man?
My dad.
Did you hit? So now I
No.
ask the question in a different way. Who's the man? You restrain that violence. That's the courage of love.
Mm.
Can you be proud of that, please?
Yeah.
I've waited almost half a year to tell you this. I'm patient.
Mm.
Now, Chin, you trust this, you're going to be a new person. Really?
Damn well know that.
Good. I don't often push people towards decisions, okay? But I feel something really strongly that I'm kind of gonna ask your permission to say in public. And I know you don't know what I'm gonna say.
Please do.
I don't think you belong with more than one woman at a time.
Hmm.
I think that's what you were doing when you were in the wrong situation and your spirit was asking for someone who would treat you better. And you didn't want to abandon her.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm. Yeah.
I think you need to not be in a relationship like that again. And if you don't say no to it, you will attract it again. Because you're saying, I can handle that. I can handle that.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can. Don't.
Hmm.
There you go. Feel your heart?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, Daniel.
I think that's a lot for right now. All right. Could you take it easy on yourself today?
Yeah.
Do you have any major commitments?
Potentially.
Well, just do the basics. All right.
That's mainly to myself.
Good. No, I mean, like, do you have any major commitments out to the external world? Ooh, it's really grabbing you, isn't it?
This yeah, it's interesting because my connection to others is has often been to study to find my connection to others.
I think you were missing a connection to yourself, and you've been putting up with a lot of pain. And right now, you need to learn to feel more compassion for yourself. May I ask how many years you have in this life?
87 came to mind.
Is 87 your birth year?
I was born 2002.
I didn't think you were in 1987. Look, man, these are just the years you have in this life, but they do mean something. Like, take it easy on yourself. You don't need to rush ahead. It's okay to take space for a bit. It's okay to not want to be around people for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm learning what it means to give that to myself instead of just be on the receiving end.
Good. So I invite you to give yourself that today.
Okay.
Bless you, Andrew.
Bless you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Martha's next, Daniel.
Martha.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Martha. Where do you think we should begin, Martha?
I'm not sure.
How about you're far more powerful than you believe and you're acting below your love levels?
I don't know how to get to that point. I have a hard time with it.
How about we get really far now? Martha, do I have your permission to share something positive but deep you told me in private? How about this? I won't do it that way. That's too obscure. What's the earliest memory you have?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You remembered a guide who sent you into this? When was that?
A guide?
You remembered a guide sending you into incarnation.
Well, I know when I was little, I saw this man, and he was dressed like in a robe, and it was black and yellow. I
When
don't
was
remember.
that?
Huh?
When was that? Where were you?
I was little, and I would have a lot of nightmares at night. So I remember seeing that man one time, and I didn't know who he was.
Now, who do you think he is right now?
Well, I have asked who he was, but I'm not sure.
No, we're doing it now. Maybe you needed some more help.
Well, I have asked, and I have been told it's Moses, but I'm not sure.
Closer. So we're going to take a little pause to just set this up, all right? Do you
Okay.
remember my Napoleon lesson?
No.
All right. So this is how past lifetimes work. A couple of years ago, there was a gathering in California for past lives.
Mhm.
There were 4 Napoleons. Here's how it really works. When we're bridging the gap between lifetimes, it's like playing hotter and colder. So your spirit is learning to get your attention. So it's not going to contradict something if you're getting closer. So if you say, is that Moses, you're going to get a little buzz because that's closer to the truth.
Mhm.
Now, your spirit won't contradict it because your spirit's trying to draw you deeper.
Mhm.
That guide is a more personal guide. It's not someone who has a historical name. But that guide launched you into many lifetimes. He's right here with us. That guide is not just a man. Presence is as a man or a woman as needed. Androgynous. Spirit, beyond gender, beyond a body.
Yeah.
Has presenced themselves to you in multiple lifetimes. You need to go this deep to be okay.
How do I do that?
We're doing it.
Okay.
It's working. You're here. You know it's true, right? Can you feel their presence? It's okay to say she, actually, and it's the same being. It's a little confusing. It's okay.
I feel warm around me.
Yeah.
Hmm. And I
This
just want to
this
cry.
is safe. This is safe. This is you. Breathe with this. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Stay with the buzz. Martha, were you in Atlantis?
Yeah, I was told I was.
Just, you feel that? That's not just warmer.
Yeah.
You've been here a long time. Stop playing small.
My mind gets a hold of me a lot. And I have a hard time
Yeah.
controlling and the thoughts, and I don't want to be entitled. I don't want to be
Yep, I know. You don't have to
overly.
tell anybody. You don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to convince anybody. You need to rest in it, or your mind will keep going bonkers. There's no rush. Just don't deny it. There you go. That feels better, right?
Yeah.
You've been fighting it. Just stop fighting. Nothing else. That's all. Good job. Now there's definitely a collar on you. Like, you are definitely within range of people who do not want to hear this stuff, right?
Yes.
That's okay. You don't need to fight with them. Really. You're not failing. Going straight at that challenge is just, there's no need.
Mhm.
Okay? Some part of you is like, I'm going to get on my horse and go prove myself. You don't need to. Not yet. They'll be at some times. No, right now, you need to do a better job taking care of yourself every day.
Yeah, I have a hard time resting, and sometimes I feel like I'm being lazy a lot of the times, and I'm getting really tired.
Yeah. But it's a different form of tiredness. It's the tiredness of wrestling with these pressures to stay within the confined patterns of movement. I really urge you to take this one on with your practice. I really do. Just wrestle with the practice, because the beauty is when you feel tired, all you got to do is get yourself onto the, I want you to get a mat. Did you get a mat yet?
No, I haven't.
Get a mat, all right? Get a used one. I don't care. Just get a mat. And then you just get yourself to the mat.
What I
Okay.
did start doing is, like, when I get really hung up in my head, I go for a walk and I feel like really heavy and I don't want to go for a walk, but I go and then I stand in the field and I do the key ring, one breath each one. And that really clears me up a lot. So
That's awesome. Let that be the start, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why we start with the standing flower, and you don't need a mat for that.
mhm.
So as long as that works, keep doing that. But like it and this keeps going, okay? I want to introduce you to the beauty of this. I get tension in my shoulders. I know I have to go practice my handstands. If I do enough, the tension goes away. So this is like it's a bargain. Like this has been going on for 25 years for me. I'm agreeing to let spirit make me unhappy so that I will go do my practice.
Mhm.
But it's cool, right? Because it's built in and I enjoy it. So you have to accept this challenge, but eventually it starts to groove in and you're like, oh man, this is totally worth it because you just keep getting better at it.
Yeah.
So what you're literally doing is learning to channel, focus, and transmute energy.
Mhm.
And this is more important than running around trying to tell everybody about Atlantis. You don't need to be everybody's crazy girl, okay?
Yeah.
It's not necessary. This stuff is starting to break out in every form. Let somebody else do it,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm. Yep.
You need to get better at transmuting energy.
Yes.
And you might have to do longer practices in order to make that work. So what you do is you end up doing a practice while your mind goes a little bonkers. And a lot of people here will tell you, like, that doesn't change right away, okay? What changes is you get good at letting your mind go a little bonkers while you do your practice. And then you've done your practice. So
Mhm.
you stop praying, oh, I need to get my mind under control. Oh, I need to calm my mind down. Stop that. That's what you're doing. You got to stop that.
Okay.
Pray to use the bonkers mind as a notification bell. Oh, it's time to do yoga.
Okay.
Get
Even
it?
if it's just the poses and the meditation.
Yeah. But then the thing is, we're tricking you. It just keeps going deeper.
Yeah.
So the poses, the original key ring meditation, the one breath poses then, and then the longer versions. Have you done the 20-minute standing flower?
No, I haven't done the 20-minute.
Okay. That's like the third video I posted, and I just leave it that way. It's perfect as it is. I really urge you to do that.
What is it called again?
The standing flower.
The 20-minute?
It's like 17 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
Ask in the sanctuary and someone will link it for you, okay?
Okay.
You gotta transmute more energy before you run around in the world. And like, it's not your job. You don't need to be a prophet to people, okay? What we're doing is coming together with people who do believe in each other. Let this be enough for now. That's better. Wow. I just felt that shift.
Mm-hmm. Feel it too.
Good. Trust that for a while, okay?
Okay.
You got this, Martha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Much love to all of you guys.
Infinite Musings is next, if you're still up for another.
Yes, I am. And I'm glad to see you, to have you be here, Infinite Musings. You
Hey.
need this, don't you?
Jen, you can call me Jen.
Jen, you need this, don't you?
Oh God, yes.
So would you like to tell me what's going on, or would you like me to tell you what's going on?
I think we'll start with you.
All right. Your third eye is opening up.
Mhm.
Your Kundalini already has had several bursts, and you don't know how. Well, you sort of know how, but you don't believe it. You're treating it as a, like, no, that couldn't be me, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of self-doubt, and
Yeah.
like when I raise my hand, it's like anxiety.
Yeah. So anxiety is like praying for what you don't want.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like, well, it comes up in my body, and of course, the only thing I need know to do is to breathe.
Yeah. So you're doubting the spiritual guidance you're being given through this lens of I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's where the
And
problem
it's
is.
not that I've not kind of been aware of that. I'm just not getting to the heart of it.
Okay, look, I'm not going to give you a report card with like negative grades, okay?
No,
This is
say
not that
whatever you
model.
need to say. I'm good.
This is not
Good.
that model. I'm a spiritual guide, and we're going through the wilderness of your spirit. I'm not perfect, but I have a lot of experience at how to handle the tigers and the boa constrictors and the poisonous spiders.
That's good.
But
I
you
got
got to stay with it, okay? You got to be present. Maybe you're going to see something before I do sometimes. Like this is the model we're working on here. But you need to get out of the like impressing the teacher model. Okay.
Woo. Is that the anxiety?
A lot of it, you're like trying to be perfect or something.
Yeah, there's that for
Yeah.
sure.
Like what kind of student were you?
Oh God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I can see.
Overachiever, too many degrees. CPA
Okay, so here's the
license.
problem. They weren't teaching you the right shit.
No shit, right? If I'd only spent the time on the right shit.
So guess what? Good news. You made this choice. You chose to go in a different direction, right?
I did.
Okay, can we help you double down? Please.
How? Tell me how. Talk to
This
me.
is you. Your Kundalini is awakened. Your third eye is trying to open, and it's like, and you're yanking it shut. You got to stabilize
It's
this
every
shit.
time I go to work.
Yep, you got to stabilize this shit.
And then it happened. So yesterday when I went to work, I had this fucking freaky experience and I had to come home. And I was like, what the fuck was that? So,
Okay, what was it?
well, it was a download of a song, which it won't leave my mind.
Okay, focus on your heart. Can you hear the song when you focus on your heart?
Yes. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's there.
Okay. So that's you base level. When you activate on this level, you have to run everything by your heart, okay? Because you're starting to see so much, you can't give it all attention.
Okay.
So you got to learn to bring yourself back into you. Now, how
Okay.
long have you been around with us?
I mean, I've been in and out. That's my MO, you know?
Okay. So, that's only going to work so long at a certain point, but I'm not going to put any pressure on you other than I want you to memorize the key ring.
Yeah, I got
No. Mm.
but I haven't learned it yet.
Okay. So I want you to memorize it. All right. So if you go to Chakras in the Key Ring, the playlist,
Okay.
there are some 1 minute videos. There are 3 minute videos. Like do the short ones and memorize it.
Okay.
You got to make yourself flashcards. Lots of people do. In fact, there are sets of flashcards if you ask
Dude,
around.
trust me, I'll be able to do it.
I'm not surprised. Put that A student to some good use. All right.
Lord. It'll be all right. No, yeah, I can put my focus to it.
Okay, we're gonna ground you out before we take you deeper for a second because
Okay,
there's some cool work to do. Just give me
If
some
you
basic.
hear my cat in a loud meow, that's my crazy old cat who can feel my.
Excellent. We're gonna get some basics first to ground you out. Where do you live? Where are you living? Where do you spend your time?
Okay, I just moved to Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm 15 minutes from the beach.
Excellent.
Yes.
My family's from Chapel Hill.
No shit.
Yep.
So my family's from upstate New York.
So I live in upstate New York.
I know.
Where in upstate New York?
So my mom is from Johnstown,
Oh wow.
and I lived in I was born in Schenectady, and then I also lived in Rochester for a number of years.
Awesome.
So very
So-
close.
So I can sense you quite easily. And it's a real thing, like the way we tune to our geographies matter.
Yeah. I can
Now,
feel
how many
definitely when I saw where you were, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so the reason you have trouble staying is because if you stay, it's going to bring up trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You're bearing some real traumas.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you pull away from community after community and you bounce around and then come back, you're actually playing hot potato with your own psyche.
Okay.
You're trying to avoid it. And the only way to, like, I'm not telling you you have to do this tomorrow, but the only way you're really going to feel okay is if you stay still and learn the techniques that you need to take care of yourself through the trauma.
Right. I'm a master avoider.
You know, I'm impressed. I am. I'll give you a 97 for avoidance.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're also good at dancing. Like, it does end up being functional. Like, you're a good spiritual dancer, okay? And that's cool, but it's not the technique you need right now. Now I'm telling you this for comfort. I could stay with you. I work with people weekly. I've got people I've worked with for 4 years weekly because that's the kind of work they do. So I could hold that.
Okay.
Also, EMDR,
Okay.
which is often covered by insurance. I
Okay.
want you to understand the safety nets that are necessary, because you sit still, you're going to learn to work with these techniques that keep your Kundalini stable and keep your third eye open. Once you do that long enough, that brings the trauma to the surface, and you have to have the will to stay present while that happens, rather than master avoiding yourself onto some other focus, which is the source of your anxiety, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, now good news. Ready?
Go for it.
Breathe with your heart here.
That's my cat. You hear him?
How many years do you have in this life?
I'm 54.
All right. You have a real health to you. You've got a real access to health. And you've got great work to do. You've got great work to do. You just got to take charge of this A+ student, get her to focus on the right things.
Okay, that's a way to look at it. Yeah.
And it's a shift, because you're no longer trying to be perfect.
I thought I got rid of that perfection thing, but it's obviously not.
Well, it's going to come back to the surface a little, and you just have to be prepared to re-steer it, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And the best way I know how to do this is to get you in your body more and get you to memorize these practices.
Okay.
So you could try a different approach. It could work with Aikido. It could work with Tai Chi. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in those roots, but I've studied them both. But you need to stay in a practice for a while to let your spirit cohere.
Okay. Well, I do love yoga.
Okay. Well, I invite you. Have you visited Wild Chakra Yoga yet?
Yes, but
Get every other day going for 1 moon cycle.
Okay.
That all you have to force yourself to do, A+ student, is to get yourself doing it for 1 moon cycle every other day.
Okay.
Once that happens, it will be different and easier.
I can do that.
All right. And that's as much as I think you need right now, to be honest with you.
Probably.
Were you listening to the talk with Martha?
Everyone. Yes.
Yeah. So every bit of that is going exactly for you as well, where stop praying to make your mind make sense.
Okay.
Pray to do yoga while your mind's freaking out.
Okay.
It will calm the intensity of your mind, but it will not stop it.
I already knew that answer.
I know. Give you another star. Thank you for letting me tease you.
All right. Sounds good.
I think
Glad I got to finally get on here and say hi to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for your trust. Wait,
Thank you,
there's something else. This, I won't tease you on this.
Okay.
You are taking on a regular, I'm going to invite you to demand slightly higher standards for how you're treated.
How I'm treated?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So
I don't know how to do that exactly.
say no.
Okay.
Say no.
I got to practice that.
And immediately do something that you need to do for yourself instead.
Okay.
You can start with the basics, get a drink of water, go for a walk, eat something, eat an apple, real simple.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're taking a place where you're taking on a burden that's not your own regularly. I can see you. You're doing it regularly. So you're saying no to that, and then you're doing just basic, a glass of water, an apple, a walk.
Okay.
Okay?
That's about where I need to be. I agree.
Yes, it is.
I'm right with you.
Awesome. I'll give you another star when you come back.
Thank you. I'm giving myself a freaking star over here.
I love it. Good for you, Jen. Jen, correct?
Yeah, Jen.
Thank you for being here, Jen.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it.
This is in the group, and I'm going to tell you something that's kind of daunting, okay? But this is medicine for pretty much most of you. Sex can be an incredible way to avoid pain. So when people are in pain or people are in unpleasant emotions, they can seek sex. There are many kinds of sex. They're present spiritually. They have a vibration. They're like vibrational fields that travel around and recruit people into their presence. They pull you, wake you up in the night, bother you in the middle of what you're doing. Nobody. This is going to change your life. Nobody needs it. You don't need it. It's not a need. Not in any of those forms. Nobody can put you in a position where you have to take care of them because they don't know how to deal with their feelings and they'd like to have sex instead. Men, women, do this. Some of it happens psychically. Stop it. Only with love. Period. Nothing else. Hate me. Leave. Go find something else. I'm not defending your kinks. I'm not defending someone else's kinks. Only with love. There's only one place you're going to find health, and it's awesome. You aim for full consent. If you're a man, you restrain it, you restrain it. It's annoying. You restrain it, you restrain it. Oh, yeah, it's not comfortable until she really wants it. You get angry, say no. That anger is not allowed to drive. Period. No. No guilt tripping. No subconscious pressure. No, it's so hard for me. No. No. In fact, you know you can take care of it yourself, and only with love. Don't imagine any sex without love, and don't accept any sex pushed on you without love. If you aim for full consent, you will eventually find earth-shatteringly awesome, beautiful lovemaking. So strong that the orgasm is kind of like a yay, but you don't need it. You want it. And when you want it out of rhythm with your partner or out of rhythm with love, that's because you're suffering. There's no shame in that. But know it for what it is. You're suffering, and you need to get real care for that suffering. And you have to come to terms with the fact that part of your psyche is trying to get rid of that suffering. And I don't encourage you to indulge that for more than a phase of your life. I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you soon. Those of you who are not in the sanctuary, please consider it. You can join in the basic way. We've got a $20 membership, and we're going to be introducing both a courses membership and a teacher training membership at the end of the month. So if you have any questions, please write in and ask. We need you. Life needs you. The world needs you to be your best. And I'm so honored that you're here at all, that you respect us, that you trust this. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful week.